Okay, hey all, Joe Dragon here. So I just thought I'd make a little video on the basics of decorating. And I don't normally, or I haven't done really YouTube videos in a while, so I've been mostly live streaming. And I'm gonna basically do this live stream style. So basically at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you a couple of my projects that I've done. And for now, we're just gonna start in my tailor shop. And let me take you, I'll give you a little tour here. Give you some ideas on what you can do with decorating. Okay. So, here, I'll show that after. Basically, you can just see how easy it is to move stuff around. You can see here, you can use pretty much here. Let me show you. Every item in the game, every single item in the game can be used for decorating because it all has a texture that can be dropped into your house, and you can use everything. So once you realize that, you can start coming up with some really interesting ideas. Like for this, glow sticks. I had an entertainer make them for me, and well, you can't really see them, but and I just had him like make a couple factory crates for me. So this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items for each of these arrows. And here we go. Here we got a couple of shoe racks, or a few shoe racks here. And these are structure storage modules. So I just named them footwear rack. Now I personally prefer to use mostly nameless items for decorating, and only use named items if I don't have a choice, because it's like, say, a looted item or something that isn't crafted, or I just want to draw attention to it. Like for instance here, one out of each type of shoe I've kept named so you can know what it is, because basically the idea here is to show what I can craft for people for the most part as a tailor. So, and then I just renamed those footwear. So this took quite a long time, and to line these all up. So yep, decorating can take quite a bit of time. So here, let's show the back room here. This is kind of a little mini spa, and we got our fitting room over this way. Now these, because I have a tailor, I was able to make a bunch of nameless items, and I'll show you in a second how to make nameless items. It's real easy. And it's just a pleated skirt, and I just lined them up to make it look like a curtain. And in here, like I said, I just have items and then I name them other things. Kind of draw attention to what they are. Travel biscuits, renamed complimentary snacks. And now this, creating these walls. These are structural modules. And yeah, it took a while. So, to line these all up. But they do make pretty good walls. Here. And I'll show you a better version of this here in a moment. Actually, I'll show it at the end of the video. It'll be the place next door, which is a recording studio. And let's see here. Let me go to a room. It doesn't have anything in it. Okay, so first, let me just drop a couple of items. Let's see here. So you got these two items. Now, basically, when you start out the game by default, the ability that you will have to move stuff around, you right-click the item, move up, move down, move left, move right, and then rotate. You're only going to have yaw, plus and minus, and random. To get pitch and roll, you're going to have to do a 2 collections that are real easy. They're non-combat. I'm going to link the wiki article that shows all the waypoints. You just go around to different cities and different buildings and click an item that's in a, skewed in a weird direction. And I think it's only 10 total. There we go. Let's look it up. Okay, housing improvement, force sway, pitch, and roll. So each of them have 5, and you have to complete both of them to get both of the abilities unlocked. Real easy though. So, alright, now you can move stuff by radial. Move forward, move up, down, etc. And of course, yaw is just spinning around. So that's one way of doing it. But it moves like with yaw, pitch, roll, it does it in 90. And you can control more easily. Let's see, we'll start with chat commands. I primarily use chat commands. Rotate, yaw, 45. Use it like that. You can do it less, 15. You can do it all the way down to 1 if you want. That lets you just move it little by little. Alright, so that's rotate yaw. And you have, here, I'll move them up first. So you can move it up all the way up to 500, I believe. You can move up 100, and that'll let you move stuff a lot faster than a radial. Look how little. I think it only moves it like 1 each time. So, with that said, there's also this, where you can copy the height, and then it's finicky. I don't even know if I can do it. I did it earlier. Move copy location. Okay, so that moved it to where this one is, because you have to have this selected, have something else moused over like that, and move copy location. It'll move it. But I don't really use that. Honestly, it's kind of finicky. It's easier if you want 2 things to be the same height. It's easier to just, because you still have to enter a chat command anyways. Move up 100. Click the next one. Move up 100. Boom. They're the same height. So, keeps it simple. Let's see. And now we have rotate, pitch, rotate, roll. So that you can see that goes around this way, and then just turns it on its side and stuff like that. You're gonna have to get used to it, because when you use the command, it's going to move it based on its original location, so you kind of have to think in multiple dimensions until you really get used to it. And again, rotate, roll, 15. You just move it little by little. Rotate, pitch, 45. There you go. That's how you get like crazy placement. And let's see here, what's next? That's the basics of it. Give me a second here. Oh, right, okay. So the other thing I was going to show you is how to make nameless items. Now, okay, this is a pet peeve of mine, but this is the whole reason I made an architect, so I could do this, basically. But containers you can always rename yourself, which is nice. doesn't matter. But furniture and stuff, it's going to have your default name, and in my opinion, I think people should use as much nameless stuff as possible, because most people play with item names on, and it's on by default, and you can turn it off, but when you do that, it becomes like hard to see, what you're actually going for here. So, like, looted items always are going to have their names on them, so there's not much you can do there. But crafted items, let me go up. I can do it right here. Craft a regular item. Alright. Desk lamp. Toss that together. Alright. So you basically highlight the default name, and then you need to hit space twice. 1, 2. Then you create it. And you need 2 spaces, because if you only put 1 space, it'll default to its original name. But for some reason, 2 spaces works, so it doesn't. And, some people will put like a period there or something, but then you see periods everywhere. So it's just easier to use that nameless item. Of course, if you're going to like find an item, on your terminal, yeah, it'll be a little hard when it doesn't have a name, but that's fine. You're mostly going to be using this for crafted items you're using for decoration. So, let's see. There you go. No name. Still has the variation of it. But it'll just show up as no name, and you can drop it. Boom. No Igor. Or nameplate gore or anything. As soon as you walk into a room. So, simple as that. Like I said at the end of the video, you know what, let's go do it now. I'll show you a few other things that you can do. Do a slow walk. Fast walk. So I did this a week ago. And this is my guild's, well, not just guild, it's more of a community group. This is like our recording studio. And here we go. Just basic entry. The real effort is in the back. Oh yeah, here, I'll show this. Easier rooms. Little meeting room. Dacia's office. Dacia Fen is the leader. And, I put all her retired outfits in here. And room for more, Okay. Oh, well, let's not go there yet. Alright, so here's a little trick. Large square panes of glass can be used for, and these are from Storyteller vendor. Not Storyteller, I'm sorry, Chronicles reward vendor. There's a large square pane and a large rectangular pane, and I like to use them for like force fields. Here you go, I put a little access terminal here, and you just go down into it. So for RP purposes, you can easily just say, oh no, you can't go in there. And there's a reason for that, which I'll show you at the end of this video, or at the end of this here. Alright, so I'm not going this way. So I took these are the best in paintings. Now, they'll only let you make 2 of them unless you make a factory run of them, and then you can make up to 1,000. So I made a bunch of them without names so I could use them like this to block off areas. You can use them as like partitions and different things like that. So here's a recording studio. Using pitch and roll and all that kind of stuff. Get all this into place. A soundproof window. basically, and just use different items like here, heat database. This is actually a, what is that? Enzyme centrifuge. And soundboard is, ooh, I almost picked it up, that would have been a pain. Technical console without the holographic stuff on it. This is a diner corner piece, which I kind of turned on its side to make it look like a recording, you know, like equipment basically, and just random things on it to make it look like controls. And another force field here. It's a noise shield. And of course the inside here. There we go. And I did this a bit more smoother. I think you might have noticed in the what do you call it, fitting room, that some of these were a little off. I just haven't gone back to fix that. This is much smoother. I managed to get these together. It's never going to be perfect. You can spend days trying to line these up perfectly so there's no little seams. Okay, so now this is the secret area. You can't come in here unless you're approved. It's employees only. Then in the back, we have a secret rebel meeting room. Oh, rebel insignia in there. I'm also going to try to get a rebel graffiti to put behind here to finish this off. A weapon cabinet. Stacked supplies. And just a meeting table. And of course, that's just to make it seem like this is the closed door. That way they have to go through here for the sake of RP. So like I said, at the end of this video I was going to go ahead and show you some other builds. Let's just give you an idea on the sorts of things you can come up with. Now this is just a basic decorating, so I think I went over everything that's important to know. Like I said, I'll link the Force Shui below the video. And you can also find this on the wiki. And yeah, it's real simple. Takes like maybe 20 minutes, and that's just travel time. We're mostly in cities, so right by the starport usually. So that's it. Again, enjoy the other works, and you know, have a good day.